Flirting. One of the very first steps and most important steps in creating a great connection with a special someone. But there are so many ways that it can go wrong. And there is nothing worse than coming off as that guy and then getting rejected when you were just innocently enough trying to flirt. And if you have made some of the mistakes that I'm about to break down in this video, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, you've probably tried really hard not to come off as creepy, pushy, clueless. Like, the last thing you want is to give kind of weird uncle vibes. The worst part is that this happens because you can be the most well-intentioned and kind and considerate man, but if you're making a few mistakes with women, you are going to have them running for the hills. And honestly, a lot of the men that I work with at first, they're afraid to flirt. They don't want to bother women. They don't think that they know how. They're afraid of rejection, which of course it's natural to be afraid of rejection. But the truth is, if you want to land the girl, you have got to put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. I know, that's like the most common advice that you hear. Put yourself out there. What does that mean? Don't worry, I'm here to help. I'm sex and relationship coach Caitlin V, and today I am breaking down the top 5 flirting faux pas that men make when trying to attract a woman. And once you eliminate these from your flirting repertoire, you will be able to chat up any woman with confidence and ease. And trust me, I know I love flirting. I love when people flirt with me. I think flirting is like one of the great benefits and birthrights of being a human being. And I don't mean just flirting for the purpose of getting laid, just like flirting in general, like having a flirtatious exchange. And the purpose of flirting is to have a communication that is mutually fun and entertaining. It's not about conveying important information. If you've ever flirted with someone for any length of time, you know that you can flirt without actually knowing that person's name, what they do for a living, where they live in the world, what they're up to. I've had some of the best, most flirtatious conversations with people who I actually never saw again. And what I think it all comes down to is a willingness to have fun and be confident. And helping men become more confident is exactly what we do here on this channel and in my various courses and coaching. Please check all that below in the description. But in the meantime, let's get to it. Here are the tips to make sure that you are coming off as the sexy, smoldering, flawless flirt I know you can be. Number 1, ditch expectations and entitlement. Boy, oh boy. Seriously, you guys, this is the root of a lot of your pain and suffering. You see, flirting is meant to be fun and light by definition. So when you come into it with a set of expectations, you're actually taking the fun out of it for you and for her, for everyone involved, the person in the elevator listening. It's painful for all of us. The truth is, when you flirt with a woman, what you're doing is extending her a party invitation and asking her to RSVP to the conversation. It is as simple as putting it out there and seeing if the answer is yes or no. The truth is, you have no idea why she might answer no. She's had a long day. She's in a relationship. You're too attractive for her. You're just barking up the wrong tree and she knows it. Most times we never know why someone RSVPs no to our flirting party, and that is okay. Problem is when you get entitled about her attention or her energy. If she says no, a good guy, regular guy, accepts the no to the RSVP and maybe asks the next person. But a guy who has entitlement doesn't accept a no gracefully. So yeah, if you buy her a drink at the bar, does not mean that she has to talk to you. If you spend all night dancing with her, does not mean that you are entitled to her number. Remember that you're not entitled to anything from her, and flirting becomes way more fun. Number 2, forcing an outcome. Forcing a specific outcome. Gentlemen, if you have an agenda while flirting with a woman, I'm begging you, throw it the out. Throw it in the closest dumpster fire possible. The best, most enjoyable flirting happens when both parties are just going with the flow. I actually think this is the most important piece about flirting, is that it is all about a flow. If you're in your mind, it's probably not gonna go all that well. And if you're in your mind specifically focused on a goal, and that goal for most of us is sex, then you're not letting the interaction flow in a natural way, and you're not really being present, because you're not present right here because you're thinking about the future. What do I need to say in order to get her to take her pants off? The truth is that guy, the guy that you don't want to be, he is constantly saying whatever he thinks he needs to get him laid. And this, my friends, is something that women sniff out immediately. Ugh, smells like moldy cheese and desperation. When you're flirting with the women, you come in with no expectations. That also means that you are open to all outcomes. And probably 99 out of 100 times that you flirt with a woman, the outcome is that you smile and nod and tell her to have a good day at the end. But maybe that 1 out of 100, you end up getting laid. The point is that if you show up authentically, you're gonna have a good time no matter what. And so will she. Doesn't that sound better? Number 3, pushing beyond her no. Probably the creepiest thing that you can do inside of a flirtation is not hearing her no. But it's not even just inside of a flirtation. I mean, this is true at every stage of courtship. She says no, and you keep going because you were socialized and conditioned that women's no just means try harder. But I'm here to tell you, it's the 21st century. No means no. And sometimes even guys who mean really well get a little pushy. But here's the thing about no. And most guys don't realize this. Women say no in a multitude of different ways, and it is your job, yes, your job, to look out for them. It is not a woman's job to say no and make it awkward for everyone involved. She may say no in a bunch of different ways, and if you're not looking out for them, she may end up screaming at you, embarrassing you, ghosting you, giving you a fake number, etc., etc. Women don't want to hurt your feelings. Just as a general rule, we don't want to hurt your feelings. But not just that, we also don't want to hurt your feelings in such a way that you then get angry and or violent towards us. So we say no by walking away, slowly shifting back. We say no by looking around the room and looking for somebody else to talk to or a friend to go, oh, hey, sorry, I gotta run. We say no by giving you a fake number, not by handing you our cell phone to call yourself from. Your job in flirting is to make a woman feel comfortable. If you can't make her feel comfortable flirting with you, you're not going to get her to feel comfortable sleeping with you. So look for the signs of her saying no. Look for her body language, look for her eyes, look for her trying to get away from you. Don't take it too personally, she's just saying no to your flirt party invitation. And don't look so much for her no that you miss her saying yes. I mean, her saying yes could be her reaching out and touching you, could be her holding your eye contact, it could be her making little advances towards, hey, where do you live? What are you doing later? What kind of plans do you have? Did you drive here? These may be indicating her saying yes. And if you're not sure, just ask her point blank, are you flirting with me? Are you trying to come home with me? You want to ask, confirm that yes or no. Honestly, at the end of the day, the trick is just to be real with yourself. Are you the type of guy that fixates on the signs of rejection, or are you the type of guy that fixates on the signs of invitation? If you know which way you generally lean towards, like you think everyone's trying to sleep with you or think no one wants to sleep with you, probably just consider moving your attention towards the other side. Number 4, trying to be someone you're not. Flirting is all about natural chemistry. So you can be Don Juan, the woman whisperer, with one person and feel like a blubbering mess with the next. You can have an amazing flirtatious conversation with this woman and feel like everything that you say is completely falling on deaf ears with another. This means that even when you eliminate all of the rookie flirting mistakes that you may have been making before watching this video and subscribing, you're still not going to hit it off with every single person every single time. And yeah, going up to a person that you find attractive only to find out that you can't have a fun, party-like, conversational flirtation flow, okay, yeah, it sucks. But it would be a huge mistake to try to fix that by pretending to be someone who you're not. Even when things don't work out, you still have to show up as yourself. For more than one reason. I mean, first of all, you deserve the type of person who sees you for you and loves you for you. And when it comes to flirting, sex, relationships, the truth is that there isn't one right way to do it. There's only your right way to do it. The trick is to find someone who vibes with your way. And second, trying to change for the approval of others is a surefire way to drain your confidence. I mean, how many of us, myself included, can think of a time where we tried to be something other than ourselves, and it ended up making us feel worse, lowered our self-esteem, lowered our confidence, and made us feel even more rejected. I would rather be rejected for who I actually am than be rejected for the person who I am pretending to be. I mean, that hurts way worse. I put in effort pretending to be someone else, and I still got rejected? Ugh. And besides that, you know what reeks of desperation? Pretending to be someone that you are not. So, show up as yourself. It is literally the only way to go. And finally, number 5 flirting faux pas is freaking out when it doesn't go your way. Rejection sucks. It just does. I don't think there's anyone in the world who actually likes it. There's just some people who are better at receiving rejection than others. And in case you're thinking to yourself, Caitlin, I'm a man. You don't know what it's like to be rejected. It hurts me more than it hurts you. That's not true. I've been rejected by romantic partners, sexual partners, jobs, friends, even dog owners, when I really just wanted to pet their dog and I could tell that the dog wanted to pet me, but there was a clear rejection, full out, no lady, stay away from this cockapoo. I get it. Rejection sucks. And if you are taking chances in life, you are going to get rejected. That is just a fact, my friends. If you are taking big swings, you're gonna get big misses as well as big hits. Taking rejection in stride is crucial if you don't want to come across as that guy. So don't throw a fucking temper tantrum if you get rejected. Don't follow her down the street. Continue to demand more of her time. Keep coming up to her at the bar. And for the love of God, do not try to insult her or make her feel bad. It's probably the least attractive thing that you can do. As hard as it is to believe, you've got to understand that rejection is not personal. If a woman doesn't flirt back, it doesn't have anything to do with you or your inherent worth. There are tons of women out there who would be so lucky to get your time and attention. This one, she's just not that one. She's just not the match. It doesn't have to do with who you are or how you look or your dick size or whatever. Handling rejection and doing so with elegance and class is sexy, and not taking every rejection to heart will do wonders for your confidence and improve your interactions with women and with men. And if you want to be surrounded by a community of men who are on your level, who are doing the things that you are doing to become experts at flirting and at f***ing, yes, that's what I said, please check out my group coaching program for men, High Performance Male, where we are turning out sexual Jedi Knights. That's my lightsaber noise every single day. All right, those are my 5 flirting faux pas. Write in the comments what I missed. I'm sure you can think of more. Acknowledging flirting can be scary. There's always a chance that you can get turned down, but even more reason to go out and practice as much as possible. Because if you don't face your fears and flirt, you'll never know what was possible for you. I'm Caitlin B. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you here next week.